Welcome to Ghana, bitches!
Welcome to the final episode for the season of OffAir with
Gbemi
and me, Toolz.
Eating kebab.
Yes.
No, but I can't believe that we are 10 episodes in. I'm sure you've seen by now that Cardi B is my new best friend. Let me tell you what happened, right? So I heard that she was coming to Nigeria like 2 years ago, but then something happened and she couldn't make it anymore. But then I heard a few months ago that she was definitely coming in December. And I was like, oh, I have to meet her. Now, her show was on Saturday. She came into the country on Thursday night or thereabouts, and then I kept seeing people posting stuff about a meet and greet, and I was just in my house sulking like nobody invited me to the meet and greet and blah blah blah. And then so it was Friday. In fact, I wasn't feeling fine on Thursday, remember?
Yeah.
I went to the hospital, everything, and then I'm sitting at home on Friday, and then I decided to go through my DMs, and I get this DM inviting me to the meet and greet. So I was like, let me call my makeup artist, let me just get something to wear real quick. We're told to get there at 3:30 or 3:30 so that we'll meet her at 4 or something. We got there and they were not ready, so I went upstairs to have a drink at Eco Hotel. I came back downstairs and then they moved us to another room, and everybody started arriving, and we were there for like an hour. Then they moved us to another room, and then while we were there waiting, they gave us food to pacify us, I guess. Food and drinks and everything. So we're sitting down there waiting, and then they come to tell us that it's going to be another hour or two. Because there was something happened and she was going to be I like that they were honest. So we're there just chilling. I was thinking, should I go and then come back? And then I was walking out of the room just trying to take a stroll, and then I saw Dari and his wife, and they were like, oh, she's here, would you moderate this session? I was like, okay, sure, no problem. And it was great. She walked in, she had a lot of energy, she was wearing that long red dress, she was happy, she was like a ray of sunshine. And then, so I sat next to her and introduced myself, and then started asking her questions, about everything, basically. I've been following Cardi B since when she was still dancing.
Did you ask about Offset?
Yeah, I asked her how she knew that Offset was the one, because we talked about guys and everything, and she was like that he was persistent, like he kept on trying to get to her. He called all the DJs in New York to talk to her, like he was really, really, really trying to get to her, and she was like, oh, he really wants me and stuff. And then eventually they got together, and the rest is history and all of that. So we talked about everything from her sister to her baby, to dealing with haters, anxiety, all of that. It was like 45 minutes to an hour of just, and she was just real and genuine, and she was her regular self, just cursing and just,
my gosh,
I loved it.
She cursed throughout the show. But I love her energy, and I love the fact that one of the reasons why I actually love Cardi even more now is because she's one of the few celebrities, one of the few non-Nigerian celebrities, I don't like saying like international too much, that has come to Nigeria and was really quite passionate about experiencing Nigeria. So there are a lot of these artists. I think, yes, Rick Ross did this one time, where Rick Ross landed at the airport to hotel. He didn't step out of his hotel till he had to do his show. He did his show, went back to his hotel, after his hotel, went to the airport, didn't even try and experience anything. And I love the fact that she was really saying, I want to go to the hood, I want to eat the food, I want to do this.
He came back and he went to the hood. He even shot a video. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, but the first time he came, he didn't do that. But there's so many these artists, celebrities that do that, and she looked like she had the time of her life.
See,
she even put up on what's her stories that she misses Nigeria.
We miss you too, Cardi.
Now Ghana.
Hey, So apparently they're supposed to have their own meet and greet in Ghana. Chale, they got there. Chale, they got there and they had to wait. First of all, the reason they explained to me why we had to wait, apparently she had a wardrobe malfunction, and the outfit that was the only outfit she brought for like day wear stuff. The other outfits were like performance stuff, so they had to look for something for her to wear, and so that's what caused the delay. Anyway, back to Ghana, shall they got to this dry country, and sorry. Okay, so the shout got there. Nice hotel room, everything. She was like, oh, my hotel room is great, I want the baddest bitches in my room, blah 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 blah. Auntie was downstairs eating kebab, you know. Welcome to Ghana, bitches. We had cute kente bikini. Apparently, Ghanaian celebrities were walking past her and were filming because apparently they were supposed to meet her for a meet and greet, but she didn't know.
She didn't know about it.
She was busy eating. Only God knows what they gave her to eat. And the next thing you know, she had to shit. And then she runs back upstairs.
She actually took a poop on IG Live.
Yeah. Hefty dump on IG Live for that
She's
matter.
like, can you hear it? And you just heard...
Anyway, and then she was explaining herself like she didn't know she was supposed to have a meet and greet. So these aunties, they waited for some time and decided to start dropping angry videos. And I was like, we waited too. But I mean, I need to go and be like, Cardi B, yum, 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 yum. Like, come on, stop it. Anyway, she eventually met them. One of them now decided to twerk for her and was doing like earthworm.
That one that was just freaking shaking her hip bone. Like, just like this. I was like, what are you doing? And unfortunately, that video has gone viral. So that basically is for a lot of people that have never been to Ghana, but are Cardi B fans, that is how that you're being represented.
But I love her energy. I always liked her spirit. Loved that she was just unique and just she would say her mind and everything. And I prefer people like that who speak their mind as opposed to people who kind of Anyway, Ghanaians, now wow, the L you took this weekend.
Chill now.
But they took a heavy L.
Wow,
it was terrible. Terrible.
Okay, all right, so this is our final episode and we have got something very special. For the first time, we have got a guest. But is it just one guest? No,
it might be two.
Our first guest is, he was the runner-up for Big Brother Naija 2019 Pepidem. It is Man Like Mike.
Mikey!
I don't know. I thought Halo was going to drop. All right. Okay,
what's up? Thank you for having me.
Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
Welcome.
So, I don't think you've seen this show before. I don't think he has seen this show.
False.
Before.
I have watched the show.
Okay.
Really?
Definitely. This is one of the hottest shows online right now.
So
shout out to
we get into like the nitty gritty and
we're uncensored.
Oh, by the way, you're our first ever guest.
Swear.
Yeah.
Wow.
You gotta make this special.
You know this now. If we don't give them,
How would it take it? So a few episodes back, when we were talking about Big Brother Naija, we talked about you because somebody behind the scenes had told me. They told me that somebody had offered money for you to spend some time with them.
Abi?
Yeah.
They offered me money.
No.
Like they were willing.
They were willing to offer you money to spend
some time.
Spend
the night.
I said, did my management send my bank account details?
I don't think you didn't have management.
Yeah, you didn't have management.
I didn't have management then.
It was still early.
Why didn't they secure the management situation while I was in the house so I could collect?
And it wasn't like sort of like an ambassador deal.
Scam.
It was another kind of deal.
It wasn't an ambassador deal or anything. She just wanted to pretty much smash.
It was 15 million.
$40,000.
See, you know how my marriage is set up now.
You can split the money.
It can't be having this.
Just ask for permission.
No, come on now.
What would if 15 million might not be like a huge amount to some people. What if that person was ready to offer you 150 million?
150 million.
Yeah.
Yes.
Should I want that in Naira?
Yes, please.
No, in dollars.
$100 rather.
For what? Can I get the criteria?
They would like to have sex, coitus.
They want to have sex with me.
Sex.
Regular.
Every kind of sex.
Million.
Every kind of sex.
Like just
how many kinds of sexes are there?
Child.
$410,000.
Mikey, you know you take this money.
You said
I like Mike.
Come on, Mike.
Listen, I'll go get my own money. How about that? Listen.
Come on, Mike.
That's how
Listen,
you go.
it's dignity. You know, like
dignity
this
does not pay bills.
This is what I stand for. Are you sure?
I'm joking.
Wait.
But
So
seriously.
if this proposal came, to your table, and you talked to your wife about it, what would she say? What would Perry say?
What my wife would say about having sex with another woman? Is that the question that you're asking?
$400,000.
Listen, now that's not money that's worth having in our relationship.
800 million naira.
That's not happening. You know what? You see the thing is,
I want to reach the amount that's gonna make you.
Everybody else.
I gotta highlight this.
Okay.
You see, you go and do these things, right? And it's like for a one night stand. That one night stand could be for the rest of your life.
How?
Because you don't know what is going to be connected to that. And I think for me, I'm very, very much conscious of all of the, I would say, the whole, scenario behind it. Cheating is one thing. Having an arranged cheating situation is another thing.
That's different.
But also the baggage that will be connected to that situation.
It's just chop and clean, man.
No, it's not chop and clean because you never know. You never know what is going to be the thing that you take away. I hope you get in this.
Okay, so my husband currently manages you.
Don't act like there's a camera here.
I'm not acting like this camera here. This is the real deal.
Wait now, so currently my husband manages you. I think I would also be a fantastic manager. If this kind of proposal came on our table, you would, get nice, shave, do your hair and everything. Obviously, we'll talk to Perry about it and everything, make sure she's like, and go there.
So you're a pimp.
No.
Thank you.
No.
Thank
this is
you.
not pimping.
It's
what is that called then?
This is not pimping.
It's what?
Let me hear.
Commerce.
5 seconds to explain.
Yes. You know what this is? This is ass commerce.
Oh wow! She said ass commerce.
Ass commerce. And then you know that's it now. Especially if you guys have discussed it. $500,000 is a lot of money.
It's a no for me.
Man, like Mike. Okay.
Everybody has their number.
A lot of people.
Really?
Like a lot of.
Now this sounds like mafia. This sounds more like mafia. What's your number?
Me?
Yeah, Tools. What's your price?
What's your number? Set your price
Okay,
and live your life.
give me some numbers.
$1 million.
$1 billion.
No, $1 million.
$1 billion is too much.
Are you?
That's too much.
What are you trying to say?
No.
What did you? Give me stone.
You see how I set the price to you?
Give me stone. Give me.
Your shoe.
God damn you, man.
It was the alcohol.
God damn you, man.
He said go lower.
What?
He said go lower.
How dare you?
No, I didn't mean it that way.
How dare
you?
So $1 million. Okay, let's go back. Let's
$1 billion naira, yes.
A
let's
billion.
focus. $1 million.
And I'll give my husband times
$1 million.
$1 million.
$1 million US.
You know what?
USD.
If it was basically like life-changing money, as in
So
money.
$1 million is not life changing for you?
I mean,
you have $1 million right now?
I'm not from a poor family.
I know, but do you have $1 million?
When I change different
stop it.
everything. No, but seriously, if it's like a life-changing amount, if it's like an amount of money that, I know that, I probably don't have to work for the next 10 years, then...
Only 10?
10, 15 years.
Okay.
But by then, I would have invested the money and, anyways, that's a different story.
Anyway.
Okay.
So if it was like a life-changing amount, I might consider it.
So-
Like $1 billion. How much is $1 billion naira? What is that?
In dollars?
What is $1 billion?
The calculator will not...
60 million.
You girls, you know what? Never mind. All right.
If you say it's too much again, I'll come in and I'll cut you.
It's too much. As in, it's too much to calculate. Tools, you're like.
Just because they can
Tools.
sell your ass for 50 kobo doesn't mean I'm in that same range.
Anyway, we need to look into...
Yes.
into
Okay,
Mike's
so
DMs.
wait, yeah. So there's a question we have to ask.
What's the question?
Let's see your DMs.
We want to know who's shooting their shot at you.
There is nobody. First
I
of all,
feel like you constantly
let
delete your
let me
DMs.
just clear this space.
Okay.
You know what? It's your wife that's deleted because she had access to your social media, right?
Did you change your password after?
No?
So
She's just going there like, see, Gbemi's like, ho, delete, ho, delete, ho, ho, oh, ho, 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 ho.
Oh wow!
For the record, there's nothing happening in my DMs.
Let's see your DMs.
I think.
Speaking
Let me show you
of
my DMs, you know what I mean? Talk is cheap.
I got Christmas caps. Things. I forgot.
You could mess up my hair.
What about this Christmas, Joe?
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, wait.
Well, open your DMs.
Why am I wearing it? Why am I wearing the
You know,
hat?
I mean, you mess up our hair.
Mess up your hair. What about my hair? I got waves.
You
It'll be
tie a
fine.
durag after. Come on, put it on. Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas, Mike. Okay, continue.
Okay.
Okay.
We should actually do this segment every time. I'm not looking at your password. Because
All right.
we should actually do this segment every time we have.
I feel like I'm gonna
guest.
have access to your phone anyway. Okay.
Give me my space.
Sorry.
You already want to check my DMs and all that. Dang, I feel violated already.
Okay.
If you guys think we should do this segment with
There we
every
go.
guest we have, then just respond and just say yes.
They're
to the DM.
literally
Use your DMs.
entering my DMs as we speak.
Yes.
And you see the
And
confidence?
we're gonna call it another DM.
Do your worst.
All right. So are you telling me that there's no fan that has come up to you to say some shit like, "Oh, I wish you were mine," or "Oh, you're so handsome," or
No.
"You can marry me," or something?
Yeah, the handsome, the good looking, yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
Oh, yeah, I get that all the time.
Look at you.
Normal level.
Look at you.
Let me see. Good evening, sir. Please help me with some money to start a business.
Boo.
Okay.
Next.
Blah 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 blah. Let me see.
How much you got?
How much you want? DMs?
No, like money.
Hello, Mike. Can you just
EME.
please?
We're gonna find out.
Okay. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see.
Oh boy.
You know what? There are a lot of bait messages.
Bait messages.
Yeah.
Explain bait.
Basically, it's like when a girl, will send you a DM or a guy, and it's not like a full.
It's not outright. It's not like they're
full
shooting
coming onto you, but it's like, oh my gosh, your muscles are so big.
And then they want to try and start a conversation, and then from there, when they feel like you're comfortable, and then they like,
You just, I better stop talking to you before your wife kills me. Hello. You recently just came across my feed, and I wanted to take the time to connect with you. I see you're from Nigeria.
duh.
What do you currently do for work? Because it appears that we're pretty like-minded.
You dumb hoe. You can see what he's doing. You can see it there. I don't like people. See, that's what I'm saying. That it's the bait DMs. Like, oh, so he to reply, oh, I'm actually, I just get out of the Big Brother house. Yeah. Girl, bye. He's not looking for pen pals. Like, I don't like people like this. Like, stop it. You know this man is married. Why? He doesn't need no... Do you need more friends?
Don't stop.
No new friends. We don't want. Thank you.
We're trying to meet Emilio.
It's okay.
Good evening,
No.
sir. Please, I want to get a little of your attention. I'm not here for money, but a little advice. Please give me a little of your time. Thank you.
That's another approach. That's another approach. That's I see you as a big brother.
Hey, those ones.
That's what I feel like I could talk to you. You're my mentor. Yeah, okay, bitch.
See, Mike, let's break it down to you. Those ones, you know what? We call them fly-by-nights. So those ones, you have to avoid them.
So for the record, no one sliding in my
No,
DM.
there was.
I mean,
Let's not just speed past that one.
What they're doing is
Let's not speed past
No,
the whole
what they-
segment.
no,
you know what?
Y'all check my DMs. Y'all didn't see
Listen.
nothing.
We're not saying you did anything wrong. We're just checking, like,
Listen,
if
Mike,
any of your
they're not
fans cross
coming
the
direct,
line.
but we know what they're doing, and it's so funny because every
So you
time
know what they're doing.
every time we tell guys this is what this bitch is doing, the guy's like, no, she's just being friendly. No, she's not. No, she's
Sometimes
not.
they just-
Shut up. Shut up.
What's the craziest thing you've ever done in a relationship? You
Nothing.
never felt threatened.
Come on,
Nah.
man. It's a safe space.
No, like I said, I've always known like my situation was always temporary. I already knew where I was heading. So to me, it was just kind of like, are you willing to hold on with me? Because this is where I am right now, but I'm heading here. So just hold on a little longer, and then we'll get the fruits of our labor, knowing which I've been putting in the work from X and Y. So I've never felt like, what, I'm not doing enough. I just felt like, hopefully you stick around long enough to see what I said I was gonna do.
Okay.
Because I'm a man of my word.
So last week we did have a question for the guys in the studio, and some of them felt they got so uptight about it. Some of them wanted to go to therapy. So I'm gonna create the same scenario for Mike. So let's fast forward to 2022. You've been married to your beautiful wife for a few years.
Yeah.
And then she sits you down one day and she says, okay, Mike, I've got something to tell you. When we were dating, I cheated on you.
One time.
One time.
Stop saying one time.
It's
Like,
one
that makes
time.
It better. Like,
It was
that's-
one time.
cheating.
One time.
Not
doesn't make
cheating.
It, better.
It does. It's better if you know that
Obviously-
she did it one time than she smashed the same guy 12 times.
Oh.
So what would you do?
There's a big difference in that one.
See?
Okay, well, let's just say let me flip it a little bit.
Okay.
So it's not one time. Let's just say
It's
you guys were
multiple accounts.
dating and she was basically.
Why did you sit that extra longer?
Wait. So you guys, this is when you were dating and she basically had like a little, thing with a side dude for like, I don't know, a month or two.
Okay. Now I'll backtrack. Normal. I'll backtrack and I'll go and see. First of all, what was it that kind of like,
What made you do that?
Yeah,
She
like.
just wanted.
I don't know.
What possessed you in that
it was
moment
fun,
to
it
kind
was
of like do
exciting.
something like that?
It was fun. It was exciting.
Obviously, you go into that type of scenario, then you try to look and see, how it could have played out, but you'll be furious. No, you would look at it as
Would
if
you
like, if I'm married, no. You know what I mean? The house is on fire, I'm not leaving. It's like, I'm staying.
Would you go into therapy?
Would I go into therapy? I've never gone into therapy before, so I wouldn't know. You know what I mean? So ideally, I would try to resolve the situation.
This is medium cheating.
I'll try to resolve the situation. But therapy is a great alternative if you can't control yourself. That's what I think. If you can't control yourself, you go into therapy because you need the help.
Yeah, you need to talk to someone.
It's not. I think in the black community, it's kind of like, oh my God, therapy. You know what I mean? You're messed up. But no, therapy is just a professional situation.
Everyone
where
needs
you can
therapy.
go in and you can talk to professionals and you can get the best answers and advice to kind of live your life.
Yeah, I think everyone needs.
Yeah.
So the most important thing you said is you wouldn't leave, and you probably wouldn't go. Into
No,
therapy.
there's no leaving. I think
lot of guys
once
would
you're
leave.
married, that's it. Till death do us part.
Okay.
That's the whole marriage. It's not. You're not dating no more. You're married. There's dating and there's marriage. That's the difference. Again, like, you have to know that going in. Like, there is no backing out of this. That's kind of why marriage thing is, to me, it's like, I don't take lightly.
How do you know she was the one?
How did I know? I knew from when I was dating. The day I got a chance with my wife, the day I knew was like, I'm not effing this up. So that was like, I've been faithful since the day our first date. I've not stepped out of my relationship or marriage since. So I made the decision then, because I wasn't gonna start in my marriage to try to be faithful in my marriage. So I practiced marriage before I got married.
Amen.
Can you? Hellfire will just burn you now. Hellfire will just burn you now. You're saying amen. You're saying amen. So you've done like a few meet and greets.
Yeah.
And rumor has it that you got some like really amazing gifts.
Yeah.
So I actually used to think that when people would say, oh, I got this gift, or like a lot of these the last season of Big Brother, when somebody's celebrating their birthday, you would just say, oh my gosh, this
My
person's
fans bought me a car.
They bought them a shop, so I used to think that the gifts were fake.
Oh wow.
So all of these gifts are genuine?
Yeah.
What's the most expensive thing a fan has given you?
I don't know pricing wise, but I'm just gonna go from. I mean, my fans are amazing. Like, they go out and, again, I never expect anything. So I go into, again, just to show love, and they still continuously giving back to me. So I feel overwhelmed every time. I received probably a television that blew my mind. I was like, what?
You get a Rolex.
Got a Rolex. The Rolex was anonymous. They didn't want to show who they were.
Did you pray over it before you wore it?
Did I what? Sorry?
Did you pray over it before you wore it?
Why would I pray over it?
Hey, Jesus.
This is Nigeria.
I'm not gonna worship the Rolex.
No!
Mike,
God.
no, Mike.
You need to watch. Is it episode 2? Do you know what's it called? Kayamata is.
Do you know what jazz is? Black magic.
Hey, Jesus.
No.
You pray over it.
Basically, you don't know if the person who bought it for you has whispered some incantations, and when you wear it, you're gonna fall in love with them or something. So you need to be careful. So this is Nigeria.
Listen,
Hey, Jesus.
I'm saved, and that's all that matters.
That's cute.
I don't see or hear any evil. Listen.
Wait, hang on a second. Your fans,
Yeah.
do any of your fans bring you food?
Yes.
No, don't be eating food. Mike, don't be eating no food.
Did you eat the food?
Yeah, he did.
Damn right.
Mike, why?
Hey, my God. Oh my God.
All I'm gonna say is just pray.
You know what?
Just keep praying.
You know what? I'm gonna send you a liter of holy water. Drink everything tonight. Drink it, everything.
Anointing oil.
As in, drink the anointing oil.
Are you
Everything.
joking?
Why would I joke? You need to come to the meet and greets. My fans are the best in the world.
you know,
Lovely.
But
Listen.
this is
You don't even know. You don't really know what they're doing.
this guy. Okay, you know what? It's because he's not fully Nigerian. That's
I
why.
am fully Nigerian. Don't listen
He's
to what
fully
they say.
Nigerian. Okay, great. But
Fully
guys,
Nigerian.
Nigerian.
Jazz, let me tell you something. This town, you'll be very, very careful.
You haven't heard about these stories where they say that there was this bird flying in the sky and it dropped and it became an old lady. You never heard of those stories?
You don't believe that? Are you joking?
No, baby, he's smart.
What is this?
Hey,
Nice question.
it's okay. When you wake up one day,
A bird, old lady.
when you wake up one day,
When? They don't even mix.
it's okay. When you wake up one day and you find yourself in meeting, you know what's up. You understand?
Mike, you're not.
You've not had any strange dreams?
It's great. It's great.
No
that you have
strange
fans
dreams.
that really care about you.
Have you had
No
any
strange dreams.
Okay.
Wait. It's great that you have fans that care about you, but you're not supposed to like eat food that like random people
Bring for you.
Yeah.
Listen, listen. My peoples, they ride.
Do you know what? Do you know what
There's
Ebo
a
is?
difference.
Do you know what Ebo?
I don't know what everyone else's fans are doing. All I'm focusing on my people.
Did anybody, the people that brought you food,
Yeah.
did anybody bring anything in a calabash?
Stop it.
Was there a dish that had lots of palm oil on it?
No.
Okay.
Just be careful. That's what I'm
Yes, just
saying.
be careful.
Be careful.
All right, then we're gonna let Mike.
I'm sure he thinks we're strange now.
Yeah, I think so. I think he's like, these guys are
Who
crazy.
gave me this drink?
I did.
Wait, how did I get this hat?
See? There you go. There you go. All right,
Thank you
so
for having me.
please, we're gonna try and help Mike with tips on how to survive Nigeria.
Yeah.
First off, don't eat food that random people bring to you. If anybody gives you anything, pray over it. So you guys send us or send him like more tips on how to survive Nigeria.
Our second guest is, in fact, I found out about her on Twitter years ago, and I was just excited, or should I say interested, and then excited about what she teaches and what she represents.
Personal reasons?
Excuse you, mind your business. Welcome to Tyomi.
Hi.
Did I pronounce
Thanks
it
for
right?
having me. Yes, you did.
Yes,
Thank
yes,
you.
yes,
Thank
yes,
you.
yes. All right, so can you explain what it is that you do? Yes, or your job title, basically.
So I am a certified sexologist and a sexual health blogger. So I started a blog in 2011 that was really focused on female sexuality, and I wanted to represent Black women because in this industry there aren't many Black women that are actually like caping for sex, and also like teaching Black women how to feel empowered. And it's not all about like living a whole life, but it's about just being empowered in who you are.
Enjoying your sex life.
Exactly,
Yeah.
whether you're like with one person or multiple people. And so I work in sexual health media and creating content for YouTube and also for my own blog. And I do private sessions with couples and singles, and I also work with non-binary people, so transgender people as well. And I have a YouTube channel that's pretty popular. I didn't see anybody showing people how to basically improve the mechanics of sex, like the pleasure mechanics, the things that you do that feel good. And so I started a series teaching people how to get into different sex positions.
Good.
And one of the main things that kind of came out of that was how to ride dick.
That was the one I saw. That was the one I saw, and I was just like, I feel like no,
This was
honestly.
Gbemi like.
But she's so excited. Like, she's like, that's the one I saw.
But I'm so passionate about it, so I'm happy that she's like, yeah.
Excuse me. I feel like we need to stop pretending.
Yes,
First of
please.
all, we're a nation of over 200 million people, so
Cheers.
somebody's fucking. Okay, we need to stop pretending, and I just feel like we're having a lot of sex. So I think people need to also stop assuming that just because they do it often or whatever it is that you're doing it well.
Exactly.
Do you understand? So
This is what I have seen, this is what I've heard as well. I feel like a lot of guys are expecting, you know, girls to do backflips, you know, flip it, reverse it, do all of this.
Yep.
But then they don't, you know, they're
Reciprocate
like freaking,
that.
you know, those, those like the Energizer Body, those like a jackhammer. Bah, 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 bah,
With
you know,
no rhythm.
with all. And then you're expecting her to ride and you're just doing it bah, 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 like that. And she's like,
But I also feel like if a lot of women are also shamed.
Yep.
Because if they show you their skills and they're really good, the guy cannot wait to go tell his group chats. Yeah. Man, this girl did this and this and this and this to me and stuff like that. At the end of the day, so I've had friends who say they don't show their skills until they're comfortable with the guy because they don't want to be shamed.
Yeah. Like when I even put it out on Twitter that I was coming here and I was teaching this class because I have a lot of Nigerian women who follow me on YouTube. And so I've gone viral a few times in Lagos over the video. Somebody on a blog took my video, remixed it, and put it out there, and it went viral last year. And I was like, oh, that's what's up.
So how are you supposed to ride it?
Well, first of all, you have to have rhythm, but you have to have stamina and you have to have some balance. This is the thing. A lot of women, like, when they get on top, they just sit all their weight down. But there has to be a little bit of space. It doesn't have to be that much, maybe like an inch or so, that you use to maneuver yourself on and off the dick. So if you're not gliding on it, if you don't feel it moving in you, you're not riding.
Are you supposed to go like up, down, or?
It depends on the angle. It depends on the size of his dick. It depends on the angle that you are actually in position. Like if you're flat, you might have to create a better angle with his body, whether that's having him levitate his hips or put some pillows under or switch to a different position like on a couch. If his hips are at a 90-degree angle, it's a lot easier. And then it depends on you too, like your weight, your size, and how much of your own weight you can support. Because you have to leverage yourself a little bit so that way you can get a good glide in, and then it's hip isolation. So if you're not actually moving your hips and you're trying to use your whole body, you're going to do it one of two things. One, tire yourself out, or two, break his dick. You don't want to do that.
Is that actually possible?
Yes.
Yes.
In the United States.
How did you fix it when it broke?
Let me find out. In the United States, the number one cause of men going to the ER is penile fractures.
But it's not. How does it?
So
it's like a muscle.
And that's not a muscle. It's erectile tissue. That erectile tissue, when he becomes erect, it fills with blood, which causes it to feel hard. But if it bends the wrong way, it can snap the tissues, and then that's how it breaks. So these penile fractures, you know, it takes about 2 to 3 weeks to heal up, and sometimes in the healing process, it may not like heal the right way, so it can create scar tissue, which can affect his erection later on. So ladies, we have power here. Like, you have to
be careful.
You have to be careful. You have to know what you're doing.
If it vexes you, do that.
Look, I'm saying, I always tell the women in my classes, like, you have so much power being on top. Like, not only do you have the power to finish him, like finish him off, but you also have the power to finish him for life if you do it the wrong way. So
okay, so we are, like Gbemi said, well, we're over 200 million in this country, so definitely people are having sex. But I think one of the key questions is, are people having good sex? I know there are lots of women in this country that probably, when, you know, sex time comes around, they just say, okay, I just need to lie there. So if you are in a situation where you are not enjoying sex, how do you get your partner to be like sort of more attentive? How do you get them to, you know, consider you and not just be about them?
It starts with you first. You have to know what you want, you have to know what you like, and you have to feel empowered to speak up. Because I know in this country, like, women being independent and women like really being empowered in their sexuality may be something that's frowned upon. So it can be a sticky situation for a woman who's in a situation where she's with a man who doesn't want her to be empowered. So the first thing is like, okay, check in with yourself. Are you in a relationship with a man who will actually listen to you when you make requests for sex? And if you're not, then that is something to consider, because no matter what you say, no matter what you do, no matter what you bring to that man, he's not going to be receptive, and it's still going to be the same cycle. So that's the first thing. Examine the relationship that you're in and ask yourself, is this a relationship where I can be completely honest about what I need sexually? And if it's not, make a decision of if you're going to stay or if you're going to leave. If you are in a situation with a man who will listen to you, then you have to know exactly what you want. You have to be able to give him a roadmap. These men don't know our bodies like that. You have to give them the game. So you have to learn your body first. I always encourage women to masturbate. Play with yourself. Make love to yourself. Master date yourself. Plan a day. Not even a day. Maybe like an evening. You know, set up your sacred space. Buy yourself some roses and some champagne. Put on some nice music. Put on some lingerie. Buy some new toys. Have your lube and stuff. And then lock the door. This is for you. Have your little food or whatever you want to eat on. And then just play with yourself for hours. Figure out what feels good to you. Find your internal erogenous zones. Like if you don't touch yourself, if you don't explore yourself, how can you tell him what feels good? So you have to explore yourself, and then talk to your other girlfriends who are like open, plan dates where you go like look at new toys. Maybe you take some classes online. I don't know how. Well, there are some sexologists here in Lagos who teach. Take some classes with these ladies. They are here to teach you how to be empowered and how to, really enjoy sex. They're all about pleasure. I'm speaking to some of them this week, and they sell sex toys too. So like talking to them about what toys are best for your master date session is great, but it's all about the education and feeling empowered enough to speak up, because if you don't feel that your words are actually going to fall on ears that are going to listen to you and take you into consideration, it's like a waste of time. So
there's this conversation that I constantly have with, well, not constantly, but I've had a few times with some of my male friends. So they consider themselves to be slayers, like So
they all do.
In terms of their, in terms of their counts and everything, it's very high. But I always say, just because you've been with a lot of women doesn't mean you're actually good in bed.
Quality over quantity. Just because you put your dick inside of a vagina and you count that does not mean that you actually brought her to an orgasm. How many orgasms have you had? Like, have you actually produced? Can you actually tell when she's having an orgasm? Probably not, because the average woman doesn't even know when she's having an orgasm. The average woman is experiencing an orgasmia, meaning she's not having an orgasm. So, are you just counting how many bodies you stuck your dick in, or are you actually counting how many women you've brought to a climax? That's a big difference. Quality over quantity.
So the guys here are probably too shy to ask, so I'm going to ask on their behalf. 5 tips to giving good head.
Number 1, warm it up. The clitoris, just like the penis, goes to sleep. It has a relaxed state. So if you're down there trying to find it, I understand if you're confused because it's asleep. In order to find the clit, it needs to be erected. So the first thing you want to do is arouse her. Like,
I don't need to take notes.
Man, yeah, you do. You taking them in the back of your head, though. It's fine. I understand. Take that. Thank you, sir. See? A good man right there. So whatever it is that arouses her, do those things so that way that blood can start rushing down and her clitoris can wake up. Just like men, women have erectile tissue. That erectile tissue for us takes longer to fill up. Them, it's like 60 seconds. Boom. Boom. But for us,
it takes time.
20 minutes for all of the tissue to become erected. So, the kissing, the hair pulling, if that's what you're into, the biting, whatever you're into, do that for her. Then, go down and do a little yoni massage. Don't just like stick your finger in doing this jamming shit. I hate that. Every woman hates that.
And then,
what is this?
And then, most importantly, make sure you trim your fingernails.
Look, don't. These nails are way too long to be just.
Can't be having.
Look, File them,
Wanna join the
shake
show?
them, clean under them because the dirt under your nails can bring pathogens into the vagina, which throws off
So
the
those
pH.
guys that have like that odd long fingernail.
But I also
Girl.
feel like guys need to understand this. Like for example, let's say you guys go out. Like you guys go out to the club, you're dancing, he's shaking all his friends. Hey, what's up? How are you? Hey. When you get in and you know you're about to get it on, wash your hands.
Wash your hands. So, yes, trim your fingernails. And when I say yoni massage, I mean take the time to really massage the lips. The clitoris is not just what you see on the outside. It literally, there's more. There's legs and there's bulbs, and it literally traces the lips. So if you massage the lips and outside the lips, and you massage the inner lips, it's gonna help that tissue to engorge. The vagina's gonna get wetter naturally, and the clitoris is gonna wake up. Then take your fingers and find the clitoris and start to rub. So tip 3, use a well lubricated finger. Please use not saliva. You can use a little bit of her natural lubrication. Like if you've already gotten her there and she's already aroused, just take a little dip, bloop, come up and just start to rub in little circles. And then how about you encourage her to breathe? Encourage her to relax into this because a lot of us do have trauma around horrible head. And it's very nerve-wracking when a guy's going down there and you're like, is it going to be good or not?
Is it gonna bite me?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So just relax. I'm going to take good care of you. Rubbing it and asking her, checking in, how do you feel? You know, what can I do to please you right now? Such an amazing question that I feel like a lot of men really don't think to ask because they think they know it all. Ask her what she likes. Ask her how you can satisfy her in this moment. And then you put your mouth on it. When you put your mouth on it, 2 things you need to remember. Lick and suck. The suction is what can help bring the clit, the head of the clit out and make it even more engorged. The licking can create stimulation.
You didn't know that, did you?
But don't suck it like you're trying to suck ice lolly and hard. Like don't suck hard.
Yeah, that you have to start gentle. With everything that you do, you start off gentle and then you increase the pressure. You don't want to start off on high. Okay, that can be traumatizing. So check in too. Is this enough for you?
Are you enjoying this?
Right, are you enjoying this? And if she says, please suck harder, then you can suck harder, but just don't go like a damn vacuum cleaner like, oh, I want my coochie after this. I don't want to go get a replacement. So, those are my 5 tips.
Now, let's flip it before you guys say that this is just about the ladies.
Right.
So tips
For giving
Yes.
great head to guys.
Great heads, guys.
First of all, I'm going to say this. Don't be afraid to use your hands, okay? Especially if he has a cock that is a massive size. Listen, know your limits, all right? If you're not willing to throw up on the dick, don't try to deep throat. Listen, it happens. If you are not willing to throw up, just don't attempt deep throating. And if he has a larger lingam, use your hands. So this is something that I think will go very far. The anatomy of the penis, the head, friction sensitive. So anything you do with like the palm of your hands, like your hands have these little ripples and ridges on them. If you just take the palm of your hand and you hold the shaft and it's hard, and you just take your hand and you rub on the head, that can feel really good because of these ridges and ripples. You take the surface of your tongue with all its taste buds and just rub it on the head. It can feel really good, but the shaft is pressure sensitive. So if you use your mouth in combination with hand strokes on the shaft, that can reduce how much work you have to do with your mouth. Because if you don't have a good suction, then when you go down onto the shaft, he's not going to feel anything. He's just going to feel like just wet lips. It's going to feel nice, but it's like, all right, so where's the rest of it? And then ask him how he likes it. Every man knows how he likes his dick stroked. And so if you can ask him first and you know where his hot spots are, and then play with him first before you put your mouth on it. Examine it, play with the balls, do some strokes up, do some strokes down, just kind of like put your nose in it. Just play with him a little bit because it gets him harder. The closer he is to like a 5 or a 6 in his arousal, once you put your mouth on it, you can make him pop quickly if he's further in his arousal. But if he's just like at a 1 or 2, you're gonna be down there for a minute.
Yeah. What's the strangest thing that a partner has asked you to do during sex?
Spit in their mouth.
Ooh.
I've heard that.
This person was not a partner. He was still trying to talk to me, and he was like, "I'd like to lick your armpits."
Yes, that I got that request too.
I was like, "What the?"
It's a fetish.
That was the strange. We were at lunch. I remember. I'll never forget. It was at Silverbird. We're at lunch sitting, and he was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Shut up." And he was like, "This was years ago." And he was like, "I'd like to lick your armpit." I didn't know what. I was like,
I'll tell you what it is. Men who enjoy armpits, it is a fetish, and they enjoy bodily smells. So being that close to your armpit for them, the sweat, the smells, the texture, it's basically the pheromones. But I'm gonna tell you something. There are men in this world that will pay you top dollar to lick and smell your armpits.
How much?
where were they when I was?
$500.
No, $500. That's not enough.
500 USD.
That's not enough, Joe.
You know, but you
Wait, so
but that's the thing.
do they-
As a dominatrix, like, so if you go into this business of fulfilling fetishes, you set your own prices. So if you're like, oh, 500 is not enough, you can say $1,000 to lick my armpits. And if a man is like really into it, he's like, okay, yeah, I got you.
So do they prefer armpits with hair or without hair?
They'll tell you.
These are the guys who sniff underwear.
Yes, they are.
Yes.
And feet too.
Let's talk about the classes or the sessions you're going to be having in Nigeria. Can you tell us
Yes.
about them?
So I have a class on Thursday, and it's on how to ride. And so a lot of women feel kind of intimidated when they hear me say I want to teach this, but there is no dicks involved. It's literally all a movement class.
Okay.
Because a lot of women just don't know how to move. Their hips are very stiff and rigid, and that's for a few reasons. Either you don't have any regular movement program in your everyday life, or you sit down or stand up consistently for work, or maybe you have had like a lower back injury or something like that. So I teach women how to move. I teach them the mechanics of this position, and then I take you through a workout which you are typically sore 2 to 3 days after the workout because your muscles have basically woken up. They're like, oh, you don't use me.
Can you show us, like, I know you're sitting down. Can you show us a little?
Okay. Well, the first thing is I always tell women your tailbones. I always say, go to your crack, go to where your crack starts. This is your coccyx. This is the end of your tailbone. This is the bone that we're going to focus on, and this is what's going to basically leverage your hips. And so you want to be able to move your hips up and down without any help, like this.
Okay.
All right. And so I basically take women through a series of different workouts where we work our hips consistently. Not only does that help boosting you up and help you become more limber, but it moves your sexual energy as well. So women who complain about low libido, imbalanced hormones and things like that, doing these hip movements help out a lot. And so I also teach you how to build stamina. A lot of women are like, I'm tired. I get up there and I'm tired very quickly. It's because you have to build stamina.
Are you supposed to be doing this for like more than like 5-10 minutes?
Ma'am, I tell my students, I'm like, listen, if you know what you're doing, you don't need to be up there for 10 minutes. Just a good 3 minutes, like your favorite song, put that junk on, and that should be enough. Because two, I give other tips and tricks in the class on when you're supposed to use this position. Never, ever, 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 ever let him trick you into getting on top when you first start having sex, because you will be tired. You want to do it when he's like at a 5 or 6, maybe a 7 in his arousal, because then you can make him pop. You don't want to be up there forever unless you want to be. So as long as you know what you're doing and you know the actual stroke, you can get him there. And then I teach empowerment. I tell women, I'm like, this is your chance to get yours. This is your chance to stroke yourself the way you want to be stroked. So it goes back to knowing your body. If you know your internal erogenous zones, because there's like 4 of them, and you know what angles you need to hit in order to stroke yourself, to bring yourself to a climax, when you're on top, you're in control. And so I teach that. I teach the different positions. We move. It's like sisterhood. I answer questions. We take pictures after. But it's great, and it's a movement class. And so I just want all the ladies out there to understand, like, movement's really powerful.
Okay. All right. So we have got this feature that we're going to be doing with all of our guests. It's called In a DM. So let's have a look at your DMs.
Yeah, who's trying to holler?
Girl, everybody.
Okay.
Why you say everybody, like men, women?
Everybody.
Oh, wow.
Let me see. Oh, okay. So you posted a video and this person says, I'm saying this with the utmost respect for you and our friendship / relationship, but this video really makes me want you to sit on my face.
Oh.
That is all. Hope you're having an awesome day. Carry on.
Carry on.
So, what did she say?
Wait, hang on a second. Let me see. Oh, LMAO. Well, that opportunity may come to fruition.
Well then.
Okay, let me find another one.
So,
What happened was
with said person, there is a trip that is planned after this trip that may actually transpire.
I
So
see. Interesting.
it is a plan. I've been plotting on this person for a long time.
So you got them. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
okay.
Wait, let me find another one.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So when he said that, I was like, ooh, an open invitation to sit on your face. Yes. Yes, I will.
Oh my god, okay. Let me find another one. Let me find another one. Oh, wait. Hold on a second. Okay. Okay.
I don't even know what she's looking at. Oh my god.
Oh,
Do you send nudes?
On my private account on OnlyFans, yes.
Okay.
And I also post my nudes to Twitter.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I've seen some pictures.
My
I was
nudes are
like,
pretty public. Not the busted wide open ones, but
Tastefully done.
artistic nudes with my photographers, yes. I post those on Twitter. But just guys just like, send nudes, please. PLZ, you know. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Send the nudes, please. BB, sexy, ass. Like those guys, absolutely not. I'm not sending you shit. But on my OnlyFans, when they're paying me for them, I will send them. But oh my god, I do get requests a lot for nudes.
Okay.
The thing I think that really sells me is the fact that, like, if you reach out to me, I'm more than likely going to say something unless you're just being rude or perverted. And those messages I typically delete because they're abusive. Like, if you come into my DM with a dick or request, like, I had one guy send me a DM and I took a screenshot and it was like, can I fuck you for $500? And I was like, yeah, just straight like that. Can I fuck you for $500? And I was just like, a delete block. Because why would I even give you my energy when I already know what you're coming at me about? And I get a lot of those messages, you know, people like trying to solicit me, but I think they're the feds. So I don't even respond because it's illegal to sell sex. You know, prostitution is illegal in the United States, and you just never know who is a narc. You never know who is the FBI or the police masking as a person trying to set something up. I don't want to go to jail. I'm not taking that chance. So, you know, I just delete those people and I keep it moving. And, like, if you are someone who is sincere about actually working with me and, you know, moving your sexual health forward or hiring me to help your wife or girlfriend or yourself, you know, as a male, then I'm all for it. But I'm not going to respond to
Any
you.
sugar daddy requests, though?
Oh, girl, hell yeah. I already accept all those requests. Get my DM. But be a real daddy. Don't be no damn cheap ass.
Don't be like a splendid daddy.
Don't be a splendid daddy. I need all the calories.
Yeah.
Okay, all the dollars. No, I like daddies that aren't just trying to give you money, but give you game. Take care of you. Actually have a relationship with you, not just a transactional situation. Like, I've always dated older men, not even gonna lie. And I've just always been attracted to older men who have something to give. Whether it was as a mentor or someone who was acting in that role as a sugar daddy. But I just don't like when men think they can just
control everything
or get to me just like I'm just something to have, like reaching in a bowl of candy and being like,
picking,
all right,
yeah.
I got a handful of Tyomi, I'm gone now, bye. Like, nah, what are you giving back to me? You know, so
Yeah. Cool.
And that is it. This is the last episode for this season of Off Air.
Yes.
So hope you guys enjoyed it. You know what?
What?
First of all, we didn't offend anyone in this episode.
Some people, maybe the uptight people who are uptight
Yes.
about sex, and that's their business, really. Don't care.
But you know, I'm actually really surprised that, you know, we haven't been dragged online.
Are you
When we
calling
started
for it?
this-
Don't say
Okay,
this.
sorry. When we started this, I was like, we're gonna get in trouble. We haven't really been in like.
Are you
big
looking
trouble.
for trouble?
No, I'm.
it's gonna be your best episode
I'm
ever.
a peaceful person. I'm a
Yes.
peaceful person. Peaceful, loving.
Anyway,
Don't try me.
big
Oh.
shout
Don't try me. I will show you.
a big shout out to our guests, and big shout out to Mike, and of course big shout out to you, Tyomi, for coming.
Thank you.
Hope you have an amazing time in Nigeria.
Oh my God, I already am. So, and this was a part of it. So thank you
thank
for
you.
turning up
Can
with me.
we like nominate? You know, can we nominate people? As in, can we just get you to show up at their houses?
To teach them.
Yeah.
Yeah, just give me. Oh, you okay? I got it.
Because
Yep.
I feel that a lot of guys and ladies, a lot of people,
I feel
A lot
like
of
I'm gonna have
people-
to give you like a couple numbers just to find out.
a lot of people that probably would need this sort of education don't think they'd need it. So there's one or two exes that I'd probably
Ooh,
You know,
Christmas presents.
just give me their Instagram and I'll slide in their DM like, what's up?
Someone
Like,
somewhere.
Hi, I'm from Tools. She said you needed to learn a few things.
Send me them. Send me to them as
Yeah.
a Christmas gift.
Yeah.
I think so.
You can even make it anonymous.
Yep.
Yes, I think so. So if people want to do
But I
that,
don't think anybody
Give the
should
gift
feel.
that keeps on giving.
Yeah, I
Yes.
feel like nobody.
knowledge.
it's like a lifetime.
No
gift.
one should feel offended if you know if they're.
What if
you-
somebody says you're
If
bad
you
in bed?
care, but if you
Yeah.
you care enough to give them critique, and you care enough to say, hey, not just you suck, but hey,
You could be
suck,
better.
and
you
here,
could be. You could be
here's
better.
a solution.
Do you know what?
Solutions.
This is actually very important because guys and girls, there's somebody that you've been with, there's somebody that you slept with, and you've never seen them naked again. That is because you were whack. Whack.
So
Or
if
it could be a
everyone
one-night
you
stand.
slept with has come back more than once, you want that?
Maybe they wanted to give you a chance, and then you fucked it up the second time, and they're like, you know what? Never mind.
I mean,
Just saying.
No, it's true, but I'm serious. There's, you know, like
if it wasn't a one night stand and they didn't
yeah, if
return,
it wasn't a one, yeah, or if you were talking, you guys kind of hit it off, then you slept together, and all of a sudden you send a message, and they get back to you 2 days later. You're whack.
or they're married.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true as well.
True that.
That's true as well.
True
But,
that.
you know, but I actually think that people should call you, and even if it is your partner, I feel like there's no point being in a long-term relationship with someone, being married to somebody, and you are having like the worst sex life.
Life is too
I
short
agree.
to be having wax sex.
See,
I agree.
On that note,
Thank you.
we will say
Yeah.
goodbye. Thank you so much for watching. This is our 10th episode. Thank you so much
Yes.
for watching over the last few weeks. Your interaction and the fact that we have like the off-air gang, that is
Yeah.
absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you for the love.
Yeah.
Thank you to all the people that make sure they watch it every single week. We
Yeah,
appreciate
and
you.
the people who send us messages as well, thank you. And thank you for subscribing to our YouTube channel. And we're going to see you next year.
2020.
The camera crew doesn't get it, thank you.
You're you troublemakers.
The guys in the back don't get it, thank you.
Okay, fine. You guys are the back. Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Take your thank you.
Wow.
Take your thank you anyhow you want it. Take your thank you.